குட் ஈவினிங். நான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து இந்த geese and the fig tree பண்ண போகிறேன். In a part of the wood was a big fig tree with huge branches. A flock of geese lived there and happy they were, you can be sure of that. But at the roots of the tree, a little vine was starting to grow. A wise old goose said, "Don't you see that a little vine, the one starting to climb up a tree? It could not be trouble someday. I saw this was happen once when I was a little bird. But if we don't pull the vine away now, when it is still small and easy to cut, over time it will grow bigger and thicker. Then someday the vine will be big and thick enough for someone to climb. A hunter will be able to climb up the vine and kill us, and that is why," said the wise old goose, "we must get rid of the vine while we can." Silly old goose said, "Other, what trouble can you come from such a little vine? Things are not the same as we when you were little, so then let us the vine grow." And it grew and it grew and it grew. When the geese were out of one morning, cash box and little fish, hunter saw the fig tree and the big thick vine. Why, it was so big and thick he could climb right up on the vine. And so he climbed high up in the branches. He laid a net around the nest, then he quickly climbed back down. "When I come back in the morning," he said on his way home, "I bet there will be a lot of geese caught in my net." That night, after a day of food and fun, the geese came back to their nest. Each and every one of them became stuck in the hunter's net. "Why, oh, why did not this happen to us?" cried the goose. "Don't you remember," said the old goose, "I told all of you this could happen when the vine was still small, but did not believe me. What do we do now?" cried the other goose. "Ah ha ha," said the wise old goose. "Your only hope is to play dead when the hunter comes back tomorrow. If he thinks we are all dead, he may be thrown to us to ground so we can take back in his net. We must all stay very still until each one of them grow out of the tree to autumn ground." At sunrise next morning, the hunter came back. At the first he was very glad to see many birds in his net in the fig tree, but when he got closer, he saw that every goose screamed and good as dead. He did not want to give geese one by one. He took them off his net and threw them into the ground. These geese were still around ground until the last goose was thrown onto the ground. The hunter climbed down the tree and left when the geese could not see him anymore. They flew back into the branches of the fig tree. The geese knew what they must do. It took a very long time, but bit by bit, then they picked up away a big vine. First, they cut the big vine with lots of smaller pieces. Then they packed away at each small piece until it broke from the tree. At last, every piece of vine fell into the ground, and the geese could not fly up, live safely in the fig tree once again. குட் ஈவினிங். நான் இன்னைக்கு வந்து த கேட்டர்பில்லர் இஸ் அம்ப்ரெல்லா ஸ்டோரி நான் சொல்ல போகிறேன். It was a sunny afternoon. The little caterpillar had just woken up from his nap, feeling a little bored at home. He looked out of the window and decided to go out and play. As he was about to walk out of the house, Mother Butterfly yelled from behind, Baby, bring an umbrella. Before she could finish, little caterpillar already stepped out and closed the door behind him. He marched on towards the garden, thinking to himself, the sky is so clear, why would rain? The little caterpillar shrugged and increased his speed. He went with farther and farther into the garden, away from his house. Feeling satisfied by how far he had gone, he lay on the grass, planning to take a rest while basking under the sun. He proudly says, "See, it will not rain today. Fortunately, I did not bring an umbrella, otherwise, it would be too troublesome." He then closed his eyes to enjoy the peaceful surrounding. As he was almost doing off, he suddenly felt some chilly wind. Quickly opening his eyes and realized dark clouds were forming. Oh dear, the dark clouds have all blocked the sun. Might start raining any minute. Little Caterpillar thought to himself, worried that he might get all wet and fall sick. The caterpillar got up and panicked to find a place to shelter himself from the rain. He tried to crawl into a small hole in the ground, but changed his mind as the rain winter could not step in the next. He found a plant to discover his need, but no, it was just too small. He hurried, rushed around and around looking for alternate while by missing or checking the sky. Happening, it will not rain before the finds a suitable place. The sky became darker and darker. Eventually, actually, the rain started to pour. A little caterpillar scrambled and fell into the face stone. Feeling urgency, he stood there in the same position for a while, wondering who wet might get. Suddenly, drawn into that he did not feel raindrops to him. He was still wet from the rain. Constantly lifted his head up and sun, giant leaves and umbrella sheltering like him from the rain. Are you okay? The plant asked, the little caterpillar looking around. I'm trying to locate his surrounding and check who he was taking to him. But the plant said, over here I am the plant that is giving you shelter with me. My leaf, is the dreamer, the umbrella plant. Oh, dreamer, thank you so much for helping me, replied the little caterpillar gratefully. As he turned his head and saw Dreamer and little caterpillar settled little good friends. They enjoyed each other company on a rainy afternoon. As the wind blew, little caterpillar could not smell a fragrant scent lingering in the air. Nice, said, sweet, said that was that. Little caterpillar worried to himself while bubbling about his past adventures, playing the garden to Dreamer. After hours jumbling, finally the rain stopped. Little caterpillar had gone home. He had really said goodbye to Dramara, and then they agreed to see each other again the following day. The next morning, little caterpillar was excited to look at for Drama and quickly ran to the garden. However, he could not find her in the same spot. Drama was gone. Instead, there was only one big flower. The little caterpillar felt disappointed, but how meaningfully thoughts came to his mind at the same time. Did something trouble happen to Dremora? How did the big flower occur in the place of Dremora? Little caterpillar peeped at what the big flower there was. The big flower did not look like a nasty flower. Grace and the little caterpillar started giggling, struggling to around sound like a laughter. Seemed the same as the drama. Little caterpillar explained, are you the same drama I met yesterday? The big flower nodded delighted and said, the rain yesterday made me grow up a lot. Little caterpillar could not know No, but notice how beautiful Demra flower was. Wow, you have such a beautiful flower, Demra. Little caterpillar said abundantly, wow. And when we see scent was your flowers, the little caterpillar thought to himself. The little caterpillar spent many days with his friends in the big flower. When they became beautiful flower, many came to visit the bees, ants, and ladybugs came to play. Occasionally, the hummingbird as well. When autumn came, the weather will become colder. Soon, winter will come, and the little caterpillar became flower wellness. The big flower sent enthusiastic the little caterpillar. You must return to find me during the flowers spring. I will wait for you. But then there you will be branches of little damaras. The little caterpillar replied uglily, I will drama by the next spring. It will grow into butterfly. This time I will fly over you to find you. They became such a great friend. The caterpillar and drama could not wait for spring to come where they would see each other again. The end. Hello, I hope the kids and you enjoy the storybook. As a single mother who loves reading to children, my dream it is only helping many children to possible to cultivate good reading habits and develop your ability skill for your young age.